Hi, Jeff Munn, Creating Extraordinary Futures. I want to talk about the flywheel effect. So the flywheel effect, at least as I became familiar with it, is a concept that I first read in the book Good to Great by Jim Collins. He wrote a book, a real short book. I can't remember what he calls it. He's got a word for it. It's a little book, maybe 50 pages, about the flywheel effect in detail. And the idea is that there are these processes that we can set up, that we can go through, that a good company has a flywheel effect where it's this virtuous cycle, one thing after another, until this momentum goes and suddenly, like a flywheel, it gets so much momentum that it almost continues on its own. And it takes a long time to get that flywheel going, but once you get it going, it continues of its own accord with very little effort. And I want to talk about the flywheel effect, not in terms of companies, but in terms of you and me and personal habits and personal change. And I find that the flywheel effect is absolutely a metaphor that works in that context too. We have these habits I like to say you are a habit. Everything about us is this habit. We have personal habits, we have healthcare habits, we have routines that we go through. We have television shows that we watch, sports teams that we follow. And that's our life. That's our life, day after day after day, unless we change something. And when we do change something, it's hard because there is this thing called homeostasis, which means that our body, which is a system, our brain, it's a system of habits, and it's comfortable doing that. And we've got the wiring to do that over and over and over again. And when we try to change it, the system resists, the system rebels, the system has a mind of its own. When we're used to eating fried food and we try to have a salad, boy, suddenly that fried food looks really good on an irresistible level, right? Same thing for any other kind of habit. A habit, establishing a habit of writing every day, establishing a habit of meditating every day, establishing a habit of, reaching out to potential clients every day. If you talk to successful salespeople, for example, and I've known many, a few of them I really consider to be valued mentors to me, they will talk about how habits seal the deal in terms of being successful at that profession and any profession. And, you got to get up, you got to do the work. So the question I have for you is, who do you want to be? And what habits would that person have? So project yourself into the future. Think about who is the Jeff, who is the you that you want to be 10 years from now. What are the habits of that person? What are the beliefs of that person? What are the mindsets that created that person? Now start doing those today. And start doing those not with the perspective of, I'm just going to try and see if it's going to work. No, this is your future self saying, all hands on deck, this is what you have to do to become me, and you better start today. With that mindset, with that sense of urgency, you're going to pull everything that's possible to you. It will be irresistibly attracted to you. It will be irresistibly sent your way. Have fun with that. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but first see who you want to be. Then you can instantly become that person, that identity, that psychology. And then you'll know the habits. You'll establish the habits. You'll set things in motion. And you will become that person with those results. I guarantee it. Take care, and I'll see you next time.